Hello everyone and welcome to my second review. This time we're going to be talking about Carcassonne, which many view as one of the definitive gateway games. And I would argue its app, Carcassonne, is one of the definitive iOS board games. Let's take a closer look and we'll discuss this further. Carcassonne is a tile-laying game that shares similarities with games like Dominoes and Go. In the game, players place tiles down and claim features on those tiles. They can claim roads, cities or fields, and cloisters. To do this, players simply place their pawn. However, they may not place their pawn on a spot where another player already is, so they must move it to one that is currently unoccupied. By completing features on the board, such as cities and roads, players will score points. Players continue to score points throughout the game and also at the end of the game, and the player with the most points will be the victor. The game continues as players continue to draw tiles one at a time and place them on the board. The tiles drawn and placed must always be placed legally, meaning they connect correctly to another tile that is on the board. When placing a tile, players may choose whether or not they would like to place one of their pawns on one of the open features of that tile. Carcassonne is a game that has many expansions. These expansions bring almost anything you would like to the game, like dragons, tiles that open new strategies, and many other interesting expansions. The game of Carcassonne is one that can be as simple or as complex as you would like to make it. Carcassonne for iOS was released in mid-2010 and has quickly become one of the most popular iOS board games. Let's take a look at what has made this app such a commercial and critical success. Starting a game in Carcassonne is quick and simple. There are several AI opponents to choose from, and you can quickly select them based on your preferences. Then just hit Start Game. The in-game interface of Carcassonne is laid out well. To play a tile, you can either tap one of the highlighted squares, or you can reach up and drag and place the tile. You can then select where you'd like to place your meeple and confirm. The AI will take its turn automatically and is usually quite quick. The game is quite intuitive, and as you drag around the tile, it will automatically orient itself for the position where you place it. If a tile can be rotated in multiple ways on one spot, you simply tap the tile to see the different rotations. I appreciate the simplicity of design in Carcassonne and like how they have tried to stick to the analog feeling of the game, even in the shape and the size of the pieces. The menu design in Carcassonne is easy to access and some of the best that I've seen. You can quickly adjust music and effects volume, as well as quickly access the in-game rulebook to freshen up on any rules you may have forgotten, especially when it comes to scoring, as that is sometimes easy to forget in a game like Carcassonne with multiple scoring methods. The developers of Carcassonne have even gone as far as to include a single-player puzzle mode. In this mode, players attempt to play all the tiles that are available to them in order to score the maximum number of points and avoid penalties. Of course, the crowning jewel of Carcassonne is its online multiplayer system. Few have even come close to comparing with it. In this system, you have a profile that you can edit, as well as you can choose the color of pieces that you will play with in the games. You have a full-on friends list to select from that comes from your Game Center friends, as well as friends that you can add while playing games. You can quickly add these players to games and invite them to play with you. The app now features Game Center support, which allows for both leaderboards and achievements. In its own system, it has its own leaderboards that will compare you against your friends in the game, and also a quick play leaderboard that will show you the rankings of people worldwide. These type of rankings really cause the app to shine, as you can feel like you're a part of a global community of Carcassonne players. With Carcassonne, you can have mini games in progress, and the game will show you when it is your turn. Admittedly, before playing this app, Carcassonne was not one of my favorite board games. However, the app really changed my mind about this game. It allowed me to play it more often and see new strategies and new depth in a game that I used to find dry and somewhat boring. What I love about the Carcassonne app is that it is so well designed that it can appeal to both gamers and non-gamers. I have seen people playing it on the subways of New York City, and they enjoy it just as a simple strategic puzzle game to play by themselves. whereas you have gamers and social gamers who play it online all the time and get an enriching experience that they prefer. It really is a game that causes not only itself but the board game to shine, and I believe will continue to remain popular even as we go forward. Of course, the Carcassonne app is not perfect. It would be great to have the promised expansions that have been reported to be coming out in the near future, as well as some other minor fixes and improvements. But it's hard to deny Carcassonne its historic place in the iOS board game canon. It really is one of the fundamental games in this genre.